Welcome to my channel, a lead that brings your story about the love of a mafia boss. Now let's listen.
The fluorescent lights of the hospital corridor buzzed like dying insects, casting everything in a sickly yellow glow that made even the living look half dead. My sneakers squeaked against the linoleum floor, a sound I'd grown to hate over the past 3 years of working double shifts as a nursing assistant. The smell of antiseptic burned my nostrils, mixing with something else, something darker that clung to the walls of St. Catherine's General Hospital. Desperation, grief, the metallic tang of blood that no amount of bleach could ever quite erase. I was invisible here. That's what exhaustion does to you. It turns you into a ghost moving through the world, seen but never really noticed. My scrubs hung loose on my frame, the pale blue fabric wrinkled from sleeping in them between shifts. I couldn't remember the last time I'd eaten a proper meal, or slept more than 4 hours, or felt anything other than the bone-deep weariness that had become my constant companion. "Maya, room 304 needs fresh linens," barked Nurse Patterson, not even looking up from her clipboard. She never looked at me. Nobody did. "Yes, ma'am." My voice came out barely above a whisper, hoarse from disuse. When you're poor, when you're nobody, you learn to make yourself small. You learn that the world doesn't care about your story, your struggles, your silent screams into pillows at 3 a.m. when the bills pile up faster than your paychecks. I pushed my cart toward the storage room at the end of the hall, my mind already counting, always counting. Rent was due in 5 days. The electricity bill sat unopened in my locker. My mother's medication cost more than I made in a week, and the pharmacy had started giving me those looks, the ones that said, "We know you can't afford this." The storage room door was heavy, old wood that groaned when I pushed it open. Inside, the air was cooler, mustier. Shelves lined the walls, stacked with linens, supplies, things that kept the hospital running. I reached for a stack of sheets when I heard it. Voices, low and urgent, coming from the maintenance corridor that connected to the back of the storage room. "Needs to be done tonight. He'll be vulnerable during the transition." My hands froze on the sheets. I should have left. Should have grabbed what I needed and walked away. But something in that voice made my blood run cold. A flatness, an emptiness that spoke of violence as casually as others discussed the weather. "The hit is approved. When he leaves the private wing, we take him in the parking garage. Clean? Quick." I pressed myself against the shelves, my heart hammering so hard I was sure they could hear it. Through the crack in the door, I could see shadows moving. 3 men, maybe 4. The overhead light caught on something metallic. A gun tucked into a waistband. Moretti won't see it coming.